page, and it's almost the whole front page of the Jornal de Saturday. Then you've
Good morning.
Good morning. You're outside.
Yeah, I'm cleaning today. And it's
All right.
actually gotten a lot warmer, so comfy out here.
Hi, girl.
Finally, right?
just yesterday
It's
saying
been so cold.
time off. I can't do
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, let's go. We are on time, right? Okay, let's take a nice big deep breath. And then you're going to fold all the way down. Sort of let your head relax. If you can, you're straightening out the legs. Now we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Take your hands above the knees and help yourself get back up to standing. Nice. Now let's pull the elbows back. Squeeze them in towards each other. And we're just going to fold halfway down. Try to keep the legs straight. Keep the elbows nice and high. And then come back up. Let's do that again. And one more time. And then you're going to release the arms. So you're just going to hang out in this full fold, but the head go where it wants to. Now we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. And then exhale, fold back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift. So you're looking up, forward of the mat. And then fold back. So you're letting the head go. Kind of want to unweight the upper body. Inhale, look up. Hands back above the knees. Come back up to stand. Nice. Take a big deep breath. Try to reach the arms as long as you can. And now fold halfway down. Bring the arms by your side. Crowd out the chest. Follow out the belly. Bring the arms so the wrists and shoulders line up like you're an airplane. And take them back by your side. Now pull them forward. And back. And one more time by your side. Come back up, flip the palms to face the ceiling, and then sweep them back up. All the way down this time. And we're going to walk out to a plank. So just hold your high plank. Try to drop into the shoulders a little bit. And keep little micro bends in the elbows. Pull the tummy up and in towards the spine. And let's take it to a downward facing dog. Drive both heels to the floor. We're going to be here for 3 more big, huge breaths. Let's meet back in a plank. And let's step our knees in so they're under the hips. You're in there. And let's put the knees on the floor and just kind of relax. And then lift them back up. And then put them down. And lift them up. And down. And pull those hips back so they're just over the heels. You're going to walk your palms to the corners of the mat so the hands are nice and wide. Trying to go here for a nice little lat stretch. Your head tucks in between the arms, holding it off the floor. Now come back up into your quadruped position. You're going to take the right hand by that right ear and you're going to lift the shoulder. And then now cross this right elbow over to the left one and come back up. Really make sure you're really initiating the move from the shoulder. Now cross it again and sweep it back up for the last time. And let's do the same on the opposite side. Lift. Your hips are staying nice and square. And cross it over. And lift. And cross it. And one more time. Now come back into that quadruped position again. You're going to round your back and just hold it. So look at the knees, let the head relax. And now drift the hips back over the heels. And let's keep everything else the same. Now bring it forward. You're still arching. And bring the hips back. Keep that belly hollowing out. Come forward. And one more time, back with your hips. And now come forward and let's just do 4 or 5 cat-cows here at your own pace. Okay, from here, we're going to meet in a small downward dog. So keep your feet in the same position. And let's drive the heels towards the floor and straighten out the legs. Now we're going to come up nice and high on the toes. And drive your heels down to the floor. Let's do that a few more times. A lot of weight goes into the arms when you're up nice and high on the toes. Great little, almost as good as a focus. Okay, drive the heels down. We're going to walk our hands all the way back to our feet. And we're going to cross the arms. I just want you to hang here for 5 breaths. Make them great. Great opportunity to just close your eyes and think of loss. Now let's bring your hands above the knees. You're going to unweight, come up nice and slow. Great job. Okay, so let's sweep this right arm up. Get it nice and long, and then let the hip push out to the right. Just come over a little bit. So you feel a little stretch here on this. And let's do the same on the opposite side. Move nice and easy. Push that hip out. Great job. Come back. Okay, let's take our hands to our waists. Pick up your left foot and just hold it. Try to get nice and tall so you're lifting out of this right hip. Great job. And let's do the same on the other foot. And while you lift up, you want to try to relax the foot. So if you feel it grabbing, tell it to chill out. Nice. Now we're going to turn and face the right side. You're going to open up your feet nice and wide. Keep your legs straight if you can with your hands on your hips. You're going to keep the belly pulling up and in as you hinge forward. Crowd out the chest so you're not rounding the upper back. Down nice and slow. We're just going to go halfway. And we're going to come back up slow. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to squeeze your glutes as tight as you can. And try to bring the elbows behind you towards each other. So you feel your upper back doing some work. We're going to do this one more time. Keep the belly pulling in. Hold your body parallel to the floor and squeeze. And you're going to take your hands and remove them from the waist and just have your pinkies by the hips. So your palms are facing forward. It's a little work for your upper back. That's what we're going. Okay, now we get to release those hands. You're going to fully fold down so the top of the head covers above the floor. And if you want to think about isometrically rotating your coccyx bone up towards the ceiling, you get a little more stretch or tug into the back of the legs. Let's just get some good blood flow to our face here as we breathe 3 or 4 more times. Okay, fingertips on the floor, just off the mat. You're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. So the arms are reaching nice and long. While you're here, I want you to drift your butt backwards. Don't fall. Get a little edgy with it. And fold back down. Fingertips are back on the mat. We're going to inhale and lift up so the spine is long. Take your left hand out to the side. And again, we're lifting the left shoulder up. You can take your gaze and follow the hand if you like, or just keep your head anywhere it feels okay for you now. So as I lift from the shoulder, I'm drifting my hips backwards. And let's put that arm down. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Drift the hips back because you know they want to pull the shoulder and the arm. And that's that. Let the top of the head hover above the floor. Breathe 3 more big, huge breaths. Inhale to a flat back. You're going to slowly step your feet together. One hand at a time above the knee. Come back up to standing. Nice. Turn the face forward. Hello. Okay, here we go. Left foot forward, right leg as far back as you can with your heel down on the floor. So take a look at your feet and see if you can get them pointing forward in a nice straight line. We're going to walk the hands down the leg. Nice and slow. You kind of want to savor that feeling you're getting your upper hamstring and glute. Once the fingertips are on the floor, fold over that leg. Just look at your knee. So you're letting your head go. You're unweighting the upper body over the front leg. Just breathe. Okay, inhale, extend to a flat back. Let's get the hands back on the leg and walk it back up. It's also a little bit of a balance challenge, which is always a good thing. Bend your front knee, step your back foot in, and switch sides. So remember, you're taking that foot as far back as you can and keeping the heel on the floor. Now take a look at the feet. Make sure you got them right. Come on down. Nice and slowly. Fingers to the floor, fold over your front leg, drop the head. And close your eyes here, just breathe. Try not to have any weight in your hands. They're just there to help you balance. Okay, inhale to a flat back, walk the hands to the leg. Come on back up nice and slow. Hopefully you're not gripping that the toes on your front foot. Step your back foot in as you bend that front leg. Big deep breath. Take your gaze, look up. Try to lift out of your hips. So try to get really tall from the head up, pulling everything up. Lord knows we round and sit way too much. Okay, we're going to take the elbows by your side. Palms are facing forward. Now try to pull the elbows backwards. Keep the tummy pulling up and in. So you're really trying to pull apart the shoulders here. With that activation, let's have the hands come forward. Keep the elbows up. And now sweep them back up again. We're just going to oscillate between pulling them forward and lifting them up. Definitely not so easy sometimes. Do this a few more times. And you work a range of motion that's comfortable for your body, right? We already know that. Now sweep them back up. And we're going to do a nice slow swan dive all the way down. Pull your hips backwards. You're going to end up looking through your knees in a full fold. Hands to the floor, step back plank. Meet me in your down dog. So let's sort of alternate our feet pushing into the floor, one side at a time. Super important to keep your calves nice and long. A lot of times people have knee pain behind the knee and it's because their calves are too tight. Drop that left heel to the floor. We're just going to hold. And you can lift that right foot off the floor if you like and circle at the ankle. Maybe go the other way. And let's do the same on the other side. Right heel down. Right leg straight. Circle your left ankle. Go the other way. Both heels now pushing towards the floor. Let's lift that left leg up. You're going to open the hip, lift the leg as high as you can. Make sure you can see the sides of your arm in your peripheral vision. Elevate high that right heel and hold and breathe. Lift your leg a little higher. You're not here long. Put the foot down. Put your knees on the floor. Your feet are flat. We're going to sit back on the heels to child's pose. Come back up. Meet me back in your down dog. Lift your right leg up. Right hip opens to the sky. Lift that left heel. Give me all you got here while you breathe. Make sure you can see the sides of your arms. 2 more breaths. Lift your leg a little higher. And relax it to the floor. Come back to plank. We're going to do a little half hover and we're going to go right to up dog. So come down slow. Don't round the shoulders forward. Back to up dog here. Just hold and breathe. If you want to come off your knees because you're on the tops of your feet, you're just going to work those arms a little more. My arms were so sore. I don't know about you guys. After that Tuesday class, my triceps are still sore. Okay, let's put the knees down. Let's tuck the toes under. Lift your hips up. So you're in a modified quadruped position. Hollow out the stomach here. Now, To challenge the lats a little bit, I'm going to have you walk your hands forward, just to the corners of the mat, while you hold your butt up and your tummy in. Okay, now from this position, come down onto the forearms and come off your knees, low plank. Make sure you're not dropping your head. You want to be looking forward of your mat. Now let's put those knees back down. Keep your toes tucked under because you're not here for long. Get your belly pulling up and in and come off the knees again. You're in a straight leg, heels pushing towards the back of the room. Soften the knees to the floor. Lift them back up. Heels push back. Now you can isometrically pull those elbows towards the feet if you want to amp this a little bit. Brings an immediate tremble to the six-pack muscle group. Why not, as I say, work those babies. Okay, knees back down. Keep that isometric pull if you have it going on. Coming off the knees one last time. Hold it, breathe 5 times up here. Okay, put the knees down on the floor. You're going to walk the forearms back. We're going back to that beautiful child's pose. Just enjoy. The more you breathe, the more you become the workout. Now, we're going to come off our heels, tuck your toes under, pull your hips back over the heels, walk your hands forward, but get them a little bit wide. Now you can isometrically pull the hands towards the knees to create that little tug. Hold that for a little bit, and then we're going to start to open the palms. Make sure the fingers are tucked right by the side of your arm. Your forehead is off the floor. Open the right palm so it faces the ceiling. Lift it off for just an inch or two, and you're reaching the arm nice and long. Close it, relax. Opposite side. Open, lift, and reach. Don't hold your breath when it's challenging. Switch again. Open, lift, and reach. And again. One more time on each side, only because this is so good for us. If you round over technology or your steering wheel, you need to be doing this often. Okay, let's come back up onto all fours. We're going to do a few cat-cows before we get back up on our feet. The pace that feels good. Hang out where. Okay, from here to get back up, we're going to meet in a small dog. So lift your hips up, drive your heels down. Walk your hands towards your feet. Fold over both legs. Hands above the knees, come back up to standing. There we are. Deep breath. Now bring your hands to heart. We're going to try this balance challenge again. Last time we did it with our hands on our waist. Your arms are out, it's easier, obviously. If they're in, it's a little harder. Do it on the other side. Again, you're still trying to get tall while you hold this. Okay, you're going to clasp the fingers together. Bring your left knee up and into the chest. You can take your right hand to your waist, 2 fingers around your big toe. We're going to fully extend the leg if you can. If not, keep it bent. Okay, bend it again. And take it down. Same thing, opposite side. 2 fingers around the big toe, extend the leg. Try to get tall and long. So you're probably getting a nice little stretch in the tendons behind the knee because your foot's flexed. Holding the toe, pulling it towards you always helps get a good release there. Okay, bend it and put it down. Big deep breath. Take your gaze, look up, and try to just bring the leg to the whole spine. Nice slow swan dive all the way down. Unweight your upper body by crossing the arms. Breathe 5 big breaths. So just keep looking through your knees to the back of the room. Okay, from here, we're going to open our feet a little wider than hip width apart, just a little. Inhale and extend to a flat back. Straighten out the legs. Drift your hips into the back of the feet. You're pushing your hips backwards. Now open your toes so they're just by the sides of your mat. You're going to try to sit into a squat position from here. So bend the knees and let the hips come down. And just hold this pose. You bring your hands to heart. You're using your arms to open up inner thighs. Still want to be pulling in the belly while you do this. Now we're going to take the arms forward just to help us to counterlever. And you're going to sit your butt down to the floor and extend the legs all the way out. Arms are nice and low. You're sitting up tall in staff pose, so the lower back has no round to it. You're still working on length from the top of the head. So from here with your feet hip width apart, you're just going to hinge forward. Nothing else changes. And now you're going to come back. You're going to take your upper body beyond the hips. Bring the tummy in. And you're not rounding the lower back yet. You're just moving back a little bit. So we feel some work going on through our core. Now, up nice and tall as you bring it forward. Reach like you're trying to touch the front of your room. And then all the way back. Just till you feel the tummy having to do something. Just to hold and stabilize the body. Now, open out the arms. Making it a little more challenging. Keep pulling the belly in. Nice. Now we get to round the back. You're going to bring the hands to the feet. And you're just going to round over the legs and let the head go. So you have a lot of flexion in your upper back. Okay, walk it back up. Let's open this left foot a little more to the left, and let's bring the right foot inside the left leg, nice and tall, come on out here and round that upper back, forearms to the mat. Relax and breathe. You can try to move that right knee down towards the floor. You never know, it might cooperate. Okay, let's walk it back up. We're just going to switch feet. So open up this right leg nice and long, a little bit to the side. Let's bring that left knee in and fold down. Okay, bring it back up. Extend this leg nice and long. We're going to bring the arms out parallel to the floor. See, curve that spine, pull the belly in. Come on down, nice and slow. Pull those stomach muscles down. Your head relaxed to the floor. You're going to take the arms all the way back behind you for a full body stretch. Point the toes. Now slowly bring the arms up and slowly bring your knees up and into the chest. Hug into a small ball. Forehead lifts to the knees. Now bring that head back down, bring the arms up. You're going to come right back to that full body stretch. However you want to get there, as long as the tummy is pulling down, I'm happy. And let's do that again. Arms up, knees in. Hug into a small ball, forehead to knees. You can always cross the forearms over the chin and touch opposite elbow. And relax the hands, arms up, legs go back out, tummy stays down. Reach the body as long as you can. Now the arms are going to come forward. This time you're going to lift the head off the floor, tuck your chin, hollow out the stomach, roll back up, rounding your spine. Open your legs and dive forward. Relax to the floor. They come back up. C-curve the spine back down. Hollow out the belly. You're going really slowly. Now, arms by your side. You're going to bend your legs, pull your feet in towards your butt. We're going to meet up in a bridge. So first you're going to do a pelvic tilt where you feel your lower back on the floor. Squeeze and activate the hamstrings and your gluteals and then lift it up. Keep everything active. You're going to lift that left knee towards your chest and put that foot back down on the floor. And do the same opposite side. Right knee pulls in. Keep your core very quiet. And just in slow motion, go side to side. And when you lift your foot off the floor, try not to let your knee open to the side. You want to activate those inner thighs for stability. Now, if you want to amp this up, the arms will come off the floor up towards the ceiling and keep that tummy really tight. Let's do one more on each side. Now just hold your bridge. Squeeze your glutes really tight. I'm going to have you walk your knees and feet together and squeeze your knees into one another. Now, please try to keep those hips nice and quiet. Now, in slow motion, you're going to C-curve the spine back down while you squeeze your knees. Now, pull those knees towards your chest without the assistance of grabbing them with your arms. Tuck them in to the chest, the knees. While you still squeeze your knees, take the feet back to the floor, and in slow motion, bridge it back up. A lot of work here for your core. Squeeze those knees as tight as you can. Lower the hips back down really slowly. Don't release the squeeze. Keep squeezing, knees pull in. Keep tucking those knees in using your six-pack muscle. And then take the knees, excuse me, feet back to the floor. Keep squeezing, lift back up. Last one. Lower down. Pull those knees in. Now we're going to meet in happy baby. So you're going to open up the knees, grab the outsides of the feet, heels to the ceiling, knees push down towards the floor. Now I'd like your lower back to stay down on the mat. Be a gentle wrong side. Hold, push those knees a little closer to the floor. Your feet stay flexed. Okay, let's bring our arms by our side. Palms face down. Legs all the way up to the ceiling. And point your toes. Now take your right leg halfway down towards the floor. Pay attention to what happens to your six-pack muscle. The transverse abdominal. Keep pressing your back into the floor. Bring the leg back up. Do the same on the opposite side. Try to relax the shoulders, the neck, the head. Focus on the muscle you're working with. Come back up. Now take those legs, open them as wide as you can. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Give them a little time. Hold them. Now resist the legs when you pull them back in towards each other. Create a little resistance. Nice. Knees into the chest. Relax. Take some breaths. Maybe do a little circle. Go the other way. Now we're going to hold our kneecaps, open the legs nice and wide. Bring them as far forward as you can. Hold them together. You're making a big circle. And change your direction. Nice. Now, feet to the floor. Just a small bend in the legs, like your ankles, like you're going to get into a bridge, but walk your feet a little bit more forward, and then let them splay open to the side as you connect the bottoms of the feet together. Now try to use your breathing here to let go your inner thighs. Let's crowd out the chest by getting nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Now, if you can, slide your feet a little closer to your hips. So you have less of a bend in the knees. Try not to resist, letting those knees just open and relax. See if you can slide your feet in a little further. Now, from here, bring your knees together so you're on the bottoms of your feet. Open your arms out to the side, palms face up. And you're just going to let the knees fall towards the right side. They're not going to get all the way down. Now we're going to take this left hand, lift the arm up, bring it across the body, roll onto your right side, and connect your palms together. And then lift back up, open that arm back, reach it really long, keep it off the floor, the left hand. Bring it across the body again. Roll onto that right side and sweep it back. Reach that arm really long. Now bring both arms back into the body. Come back onto your back. Both knees are going to pull up and into the chest. This is kind of like a little reset before we go down to the other side. Gentle rock with the knees would be nice. Okay, let's get the feet back to the floor. Arms out to the side, palms face the ceiling. Let's let these knees go down to the left side. Just hold here as we breathe. Now sweep this right arm up and across the body. Roll onto your side so your palms connect. And then open back out. This time that right hand stays off the floor. You're just reaching it long and covering the body. And let's do it again. Bring your hand back up. Roll onto your left side. Connect your toes. And sweep it back up. Over. And one more time. Connect your toes. Nice. Now we're going to both arms into the body. You're going to bring your knees up and into the chest. Make a nice small circle to massage your lower back. And let's rock and roll up onto our toes. Whew. Get some good blood flow going here. Get really high on the toes if you can. Okay, come back to that full forward fold. One hand at a time above your knees. You're going to come up nice and slowly. Take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you for your power and strength. Woohoo! Thank you, thank you. There's Anne.
Hi, I really needed that today.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I got